yet again. Go figure, right? With the Explorer. Today's video is going to be kind of short. I'm just trying to rip on this thing a little bit while I have some time. Quick little update. We got the the thing is on, and the other thing is on. Power steering pump is on and hooked up. Starter is on and hooked up tight. Power is on, ground is on. I need to get the belt on. We flushed the engine out with some gasoline just to kind of make sure that the residual stuff from the dipstick tube being broken kind of got washed out a little bit, so it's not sitting down there in oil. That is, all this stuff is still open. I thought about blowing down in there with my compressor, but again, compressed air, there's moisture, it's going to stick to the fuel that's in there. I don't know if I want that in there. So I have some oil at the house that I'm going to pour back through this. That's for the motorcycle. Actually, I probably shouldn't, because that's not synthetic and this takes synthetic. So scratch that. I'm going to have to pick up a quart or something and just pour a quart through here, make sure it's good, and then it kind of pushes the fuel out of the way. And then, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the battery in this and kind of send some power back to things so things can kind of talk a little bit. I don't know if that really makes sense or if it's even worth it. I kind of just want to hear this thing make noise. Even if I maybe just whack the starter a time or two, I do have a couple things in the way here. You know, like this is here and kind of in the way. Like, that's in the way. This needs to get hooked up. But I could at least, with what is on, with everything that is hooked up right now, I can take and whack this thing and it should turn over. If not, start up, or try to start at the very least. But I would have to pull that earplug that's down in there out of the dipstick tube hole. I forgot the dipstick tube, so I guess we're not doing that. Let's get this thing up in there. Insert music. I don't even think I have my key with me either. I think I took it out of my backpack. I hope it's still in my backpack. Where does this go? Oh, I see. We got two of them in here. See, this one is hooked up to the intake. And this one is still hooked up to the truck. So that means this come off here, push this in, push it into the truck a little bit and pull. Yeah, don't want to come off, of course. There's this little handy dandy screwdriver. Okay, anyways, we got this off. This thing can, I guess it's gonna have to go in spare parts, because this does look, at least the blue looks new on that. I don't know how new the valve is, but I ain't really gonna worry too much about that. This is hooked up to my engine. Yeah, because it's got the blue tape on it. We'll figure out where that goes in a few. This on here. Oh, and for those of you guys who have these 463 valves, a lot of guys will just unhook this and it'll make it cam. I'll insert the video that I have of that. Alright, that is on. Let's see if I got my key. I doubt it. I really hope I left it in here, because I was thinking to myself, oh, I don't need it, but maybe I should leave it in here. Please, 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 no. Ah, here's the earbuds I've been looking for. Hooray. Some chapstick. Take care of myself a little bit anyways. Try to. Not very good at that. Take better care of my stuff than I do myself. No key in there, son of a rascal. I really wanted to hear that radio pump some jams. And I'm missing another earbud cover again. Oh, no, stay open. Yeah. These things are old. Someone get me some Raycons. Raycon, sponsor me, please. Oh, these are dead too. Means I can let this jack down. Move my charger out the way. Oh, almost jabbed myself in the face. Okay. Well, that really kind of puts a hinder on things. I guess I'm not hooking up the battery right now. Yeah. You know what else I need to do? I do need to get the radiator in here, which I guess I could set that in here for now, get that out of the truck. But I also need to worry about this mechanical fan being in the way of my electric fan. It is a pusher fan. I should probably set it up to push instead of just having it negatively wired. Well, I shouldn't say negatively wired, but wired backwards so it spins the other way, which is not efficient. So work on getting these in. That would be primo with that. Oh! I know I'm a stud, but studs in your side hurt a lot when you're using them to carry a 50-pound head. We're trying to make room, but we don't have room to just put stiff. Oh, my finger. Okay, we're gonna move the other head. We're gonna go jab again. Ready? Jab, 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 jab. Wonder if I can turn this pool sign into my radiator shroud. I'm sure I could. Does my radiator shroud need to cover all of the radiator? I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. I mean, ideally it should, right? Make an excellent fan shroud. It's aluminum. It's labeled repurposed. Maybe I'll find if I can find a nice stop sign, that'd be cool too. You know, a little more nostalgic, I think. We gotta put this cat on. Meow. Ow! Burbles, come. Guys, you're gonna need an exhaust. And I don't want to spend the monies on an exhaust. I'd rather spend the equivalent of an exhaust for this to just have an exhaust shop make me one. Get it put together how I want. Probably just end up building my own exhaust. I don't know. I only need them to make the piece that comes off of the header, essentially. The piece that's flared out. Right here. There's a piece. You can see this slips over the exhaust. That's the piece of the exhaust there, and then that's the header. 1, 2, 3. So, I mean, I could just use these and weld on whatever I want, but I'd rather everything be all one piece, less spots for it to leak. Oh, I forgot if I have to clean this out or not. Oh, yeah. That's all sand. And it runs coolant and radiator fluid through here. So this is for the radiator. That is full of sand and oil. You know, and there's a little piece in here. 5 points. I have to line up. Oh, I can actually stick my finger through here. Oh. Oh, that is full of dirt too. I really don't want to have to get another radiator for this, but it's looking like I might have to. That has to get cleaned out before anything else happens. I'm gonna pull an amateur move here. Really not. Ooh, yeah, this thing needs to get out of my way. I broke it. Sucks I have a bum finger. I can't really just grab stuff with this hand. I found a rubber. Oh, there's another rubber. Never been so excited to find rubbers. Yeah, that's gonna have to get flushed out. Seriously, bad. So, I guess we'll try a little gas flush. It should break everything down. I do have an air compressor. I will take the gas, flush it out. I have a compressor to blow it out. I don't have the truck with me to blow it out, just to shove things farther in there. Just by, you know, really wedge it kind of deal. So, well, this is kind of disappointing. I thought there might be some sand in there from it being just kind of sitting around. I didn't think it was this bad. Not ideal. This is a brand new radiator. And I mean, it's brand new from a junkyard, but when I got it out of that truck at the junkyard, it still had all the stickers on it. Man, something has stolen my motivation. Well, I guess we're gonna be doing some research tonight on some parts and to see how people convert this stuff. I'll probably message the guy that I work with at the shop and see what he has to say that he did. I knew I should have left my key here in the truck. Knew it. Bah. Man, I am terrible. I'm over here looking around for my gas, and it's all the way down here in the shed because I thought I was done sooner than I thought I was. Well, our fuel can was a shriveled up tank. It looked sad, you know, it was all sucked in on itself because it was cold. And that's just how it's been sitting for however long. But I went over there to go get it, and now it looks like almost like a basketball. It's all ballooned out. Give it a yell. Not gonna go too crazy with it. Just get some in there, let it sit, I guess. Oh, I should have put this right over that. Yeah, so here's what we're doing. I just slid this over. I'm gonna pour some gasoline in there. I really don't want to because of all the dirt and stuff that's right here on the edge, but I don't even know what to do to even try to get it out to begin with. It's a real predicament that could damage something pretty badly, and I really don't know if that's the risk I want to take. But I gotta try something because, you know, people are like, oh, I'm on a budget. Listen, when you make X dollars a week and you literally give half of it up every week, court ordered, and your take home is $270 a week, then we can talk about being on a budget. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for today. We're gonna pick up. We got some other things to do. And thank you guys for watching No Breaks Given today. I will see you next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends.